Oh, he needs that G Fuel to get energized up. Sponsored by G Fuel.
Hello, everybody! Happy Thanksgiving! And we're back with another episode of the Dojo podcast.
Yes, episode 4 being recorded on November 24th. So it's pre-recorded very early.
Yeah, but it's still Thanksgiving. So I'm Xander.
Yeah.
I'm Darren.
And I'm Patrick.
And we have Patty once again coming back.
With no audio.
Coming back to you
with
live.
no audio.
Oh, yeah, with no audio.
Yes, no audio.
But yeah, since it's Thanksgiving this week, I think it would be a good time to talk about what we're thankful for.
Yes.
Pretty much. I'm thankful for you guys. I'm thankful for you guys.
Yes,
I'm
that
thankful
sounds very
for you.
nice.
I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for my G Fuel. But no, seriously, yeah. I think it's a good time to talk about what we're thankful for, pretty much. But I guess we'll start off with Darren. What are you thankful for?
Hey.
Just get right into it. What are you thankful for?
Okay, well, when you mentioned that we're doing a Thanksgiving episode, and we're going to talk about what we're the most thankful for,
Yes.
immediately thought you guys, especially because we've been friends for so long. But no, I just thought of
How
like
long?
10 years, almost 10 years, right?
How long exactly, though?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
If you're
Oh,
so
man.
thankful for us.
Don't do that to me, man.
All right. Well, you guys
Well,
heard it here first.
since 7th grade. So how many years is that? That's 1,
Let's do some math.
Be like
2,
that.
3, 4, 5.
All right.
6,
Yeah.
7,
Carry the one
8,
over. You got
8,
it.
Like 8 years, almost, if not more.
Okay. I
Yeah.
guess that was a good estimate. But yeah, sorry. Continue.
Yeah, sorry, that totally like sidetracked me. So I was thinking, I immediately thought you guys, and Ryan, even though he's not here, and James and Q, like Juan, Carson, all our close friends, because you guys are like my biggest supporters. I've done a lot of creative things, a lot of creative endeavors, so gaming videos, vlogs, everything, pictures of you guys, stuff like that.
Oh, yes.
And you guys are always the ones that support me, especially with this podcast. I never thought we were actually going to do a podcast. And then when me and you were like talking about it seriously, and you were like really pushing me to do it, 'cause I was like, I don't know, like, what are we going to talk about? I don't know. I was like overthinking it. And you're like, nah, dude, we're going to do it. And then
We're gonna do it.
Yeah, and you're like, we're going to do it weekly. We're gonna just whatever. We'll just
Yeah, we're
full
doing it
send,
weekly.
full send. And I'm very
Full send,
thankful for
baby.
you guys like pushing me, challenging me, always being those type of people for me, those type of friends. Because yeah, now we're doing some great things, making
and
dreams
now
come
we're
true.
Here talking to you guys.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
Pat?
Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah, even Pat's here
course.
with us, too.
Yes.
So I know
Yeah, bro, it
he's
feels
all in
good.
for this, too.
Yeah, I never thought we would make that work. Like, because the fact that you're like thousands of miles away from us, but no, yeah, we made it work.
But it's like you're here.
It is like
Oh, yeah, I love it. Except my Wi-Fi is really bad right now, so sorry if
okay.
I am delayed.
Oh, yeah, by the way, we always video call him. So if you wonder why we're looking at the computer all the time, it's because we're looking at Pat.
yeah.
But yeah, it's
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
It's okay. We could still see you as long as we see you. It's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Gotcha.
I think that's a good thing about having friends in general. They're always
Right.
good. They should always be your supporters in certain ways and everything in
also-
different aspects. That's why it's good to have like different types of friends.
Right.
They support you in different
Yeah.
ways. Like, yeah, we'll of course support you through the podcast and
Thank you.
everything. And then with your gaming stuff.
Thank you.
By the way, he's on a mission, guys. If you didn't know,
Oh man.
he's on a mission. Just wait. He's on a mission.
We'll
But yeah.
talk about that.
Wait, is he about to tell us?
No, we'll talk about that later.
That's a story for another day when
Yeah?
Darren's
Yeah.
ready to talk about it because he's a little shy right now. But
Yes.
Just
you guys
right
will
now.
find out one day. But yeah, I think it's really cool that because that's kind of how I see it too. You guys have always supported me and everything, and I kind of get energy off you guys because I don't really, I'm not as much of an energetic person in general.
Yeah.
So if it's just me, even sometimes when we're all hanging out and you guys are all talking and like laughing, sometimes I'll just be sitting like this, not necessarily mad. I'm just sitting there.
No, I feel you.
I'm not really like
I feel that way sometimes
laughing.
too. Yeah.
But it's not because I'm like upset or anything, or like I don't want to be around you guys. It's just I don't know.
Just
It's
how you
like I
feel.
just I just don't react sometimes.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Yeah.
That's just how it be.
So yeah, but definitely it's helped me like get the energy out because
Mm-hmm.
there's it's definitely healthy to get energy out there.
Yeah.
And you guys kind of force it out of me, which is good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely feed off of you guys. And it's the same thing with me too. You guys support everything else I do, like with whatever dreams I have, whatever I'm into, like K-pop.
Oh yeah.
I'm thankful for Pat for K-pop, but we'll talk about that later.
He challenged you on that one.
Yeah, that was a real challenge. But that's how I knew. That's how I knew. It was,
yeah.
That's how you know you have good friends. But yeah, that's how I feel. It's similar to you. But
thank you.
Yeah. What about you, Pat?
Yeah, I mean, you guys hit on a lot of points I wanted to talk about too. Definitely friendship and family is always there. But I guess since you guys have talked about it so much, I should probably like bring up something new, huh?
No, you can say. You can say.
You can repeat it, then we'll talk about.
You can say like you're like what we mean to you. I would like to know at least.
Yeah, all right, we'll go with that.
Just talk about me.
Yeah, Pat.
Just talk about me. You don't have to talk about Darren if you don't want to.
No, yeah, I can talk about both y'all.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. No, yeah, I feel like it's. I feel like even though I moved to another state and had to go like to a different college and stuff, I feel like it was good for me. Like it kind of like gave me a taste of like what reality could be like, and to just like stay strong,
right?
And just like do your best in life. But while that is there and it's present, I still feel grateful that we're able to communicate like in some way. Like usually it's through video games, but now we also have this podcast, so I feel like it makes me feel just closer with you and more comfortable with you. Like just because we're far from each other, I don't feel distant from you. Like it doesn't feel like I don't know who you are.
It's very true.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, and
even
we still can.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, you go ahead.
Okay, but yeah, I was gonna say even sometimes when it's like, even though we like may not talk for like sometimes like close to a month, sometimes it's like the same thing when we like end up talking again whenever we hop on like video games and stuff and talk through there. It's honestly the same thing, and it's cool in that way because we get to like update more, talk about more stuff.
Yeah,
it's like
everything feels more exciting.
Yeah, it does definitely because you get to see. I guess you get to see more progression in a way.
Yeah,
because like say it's like since like me and Darren are over here, we're always gonna see like progression since we're here,
right?
But like with you, it's like we don't. Let alone like just not being able to see you face to face. That's kind of different. Like I see you, and then like I see your facial hair. I'm just like, oh, he's growing facial hair now. Because before he didn't grow facial hair, but now I see his little stubble. I'm just like, wow. Because I remember back then he was like,
look at this man.
Yeah, this guy's not gonna grow facial hair, but now he has. So it's like really cool aspects that we get to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. But
yeah, that's tight.
Yeah, sorry, I think I cut you off. Okay, you can continue whatever you say.
Dang, I forgot already. Shoot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right,
no, I feel like it wasn't probably something like that added that much on. Like I feel like I already hit the main point.
Okay.
Well, what else? Yeah, but yeah, definitely that feeling of just like, yeah, it's always exciting. Like when we do get back on and communicate and just talk about life and how things are changing and stuff.
But yeah, I kind of wanted to go a little bit more like individually too. Like that's why I mentioned, well, you kind of mentioned it. It was like Pat got me into K-pop, so it was like a huge influence in my life.
Yeah.
So it's like, thank you for that. Even though at the time I was like
problem.
not thankful for it, but and then it worked out. I'm here now. But yeah, that's like that's kind of the cool thing too about having like close friends, but like kind of a lot of them, which is weird because like. I think back then, like at least when we were younger, we would look at each other, or not at each other, but we'd look at people and say like, "Oh, you have a best friend, you should have one best friend."
Yeah.
But I think now it's better to have like more best friends, and like that's kind of like your circle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I had that same way of thinking too, like throughout elementary school, and it wasn't really until I got really close with you guys, I'm like, oh no, I got two best friends.
Yeah.
I got you two.
Yeah,
then,
because it definitely it breaks down that like standard I guess you hold when you consider people like your best friend, because like best friend, you're supposed to know everything. I'm supposed to only tell them everything.
Yeah,
but that's what's cool about having a lot of different close friends, because we're all close. We can all tell each other pretty much everything about our lives. We know like most of our lives, but then there is still like certain people we'd go to for certain things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's okay. It's not a bad thing
Yeah,
at all,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
But it's definitely, it shows you like a different connection, like a more personal connection that goes beyond like how close we all already are
Right.
in general. Like, say I'd go to Pat for like shoe advice or something like that. Sorry, this is not like a deep level, but like, yeah, shoe advice. And I'd go to Darren for like relationship advice, for example, or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what's really cool about having so many different close friends. That's what I really like about having you guys as close friends and everything. But
Yeah, that's a good point for sure.
yeah, and it's dope that you get to help me out with that stuff.
Oh man.
Pat. Yeah. But yeah. What are your thoughts on that, Darren?
Sorry, I was just fixing the camera.
Yeah, we gotta fix the camera. If you guys haven't noticed, we always have to fix our camera, and we always have.
Yeah,
We might not have video
gotta
all
buy
the
a new
time,
camera, man.
but our equipment's it's okay, but there's stuff we can still improve. But it's fine.
Right.
We're working with what we have. But sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, you
For
made a
sure.
good point about having like a close group, because I feel like with our group, like say like Aspen, like us four, and Ryan, or like Japan's Finest, like the people we play video games with, like we all like share the same thing. Like it's not like we're, Q is like, oh, like it's not like Q is like the odd man. No, like he's just as close with us.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it's not like one man's just like, I don't know, like we're just all like we all share like same interests, stuff like that. So, and we always hang out all the time, like all like 6 of us, and yeah.
Even if it's not like in person, even if it's through video games.
Yeah.
Which is why video games are so good, and it doesn't create violence.
Oh yeah,
But,
for sure.
yeah, that's for another day. But yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, that's what's really cool. I think that too. So yeah, I'm really thankful for you guys.
Yeah, I'm thankful for you guys
I'm
too.
thankful for you guys too.
Thankful as
But
well.
I guess what are other things in your life that you're thankful for? Not necessarily like there's always that basic answer like friends and family.
Yeah.
But like I just want to know what are some
just like some interests.
yeah, some like
things.
interesting things that you're thankful
Yeah.
for that like maybe you don't talk about often
Right.
or like really just talk about
Yeah.
in general.
Pat, you want to go first?
Yeah, no, I think like I have one that like clicked in my mind right away. I feel like more and more recently I've been just thinking about my gratefulness for education.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, knowledge.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like I feel like I don't know, I feel like a lot of people go through a lot during college, and a lot of people feel like college is super overrated and like it's just like kind of a scam in some ways, and
In a
there
lot
are
of
times where I definitely agree with that, like I
Mhm.
definitely see why people feel like that,
Mm-hmm.
but it also it's kind of like it's like one side to the story. I do still value education a lot, and I think it's important to like not always focus on the education that you have is solely like just to get you to a point where you can make more money in your life. I think if you look at education that way, then you'll have a lot more negative connotations with it. But I've been trying to just enjoy the ride as it comes, like I can't speed up the process, and I can't, I mean, I could slow it down, like I could fail, but I'm not going to do that. But you know what I mean?
I'm not gonna
So
do it
I
until
just-
it happens.
Yeah. So I just feel like, this is where I'm at. I should just enjoy the present,
Right.
and, I get to learn things that not everyone gets to. And, I always feel grateful for that I have that opportunity.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
That's a
'cause-
really good way of looking at it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because especially education in America, at least, it's very much a lot of negative comments about it, and it's like
Yeah.
a lot of people want to like find ways to improve it. But at the same time, there are good things. We can always look at good things about education. Like Pat said, it's like knowledge is great if you look at it as knowledge in general, because
Instead of a chore.
you just learn about something instead of like learning for a job. Because
Yeah.
if you go
Yeah.
to school for a job, obviously you're not gonna learn. Which like I can say that personally too, because like I take classes and I don't learn, but
Yeah.
I'll still pass. But that's different. That's the thing.
Mhm.
We sometimes, or most of the time actually, in my opinion, we would go to school to pass.
Right.
And
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
that's the big obstacle in education right now. You go to school to pass, not to learn.
Mhm.
Which is, it's fine. Like I totally get it, because we got to make bread somehow.
Mhm.
But at the same time, if you can just try to make the most of what you have, like with what Pat said, it's like if there's something interesting that if there's something you're learning and you find it interesting along the way, then that's good. It's like a good thing. It ends up being
Yeah.
a good thing. You don't always have to look at it as like a negative thing or
Right.
anything. It's like say a class you don't need it for like a future job, but it's like a requirement for like your college course and everything. You
Right.
might find something interesting. And if you kind of look for it, if you look for something interesting in a class, I think you would find it in any class because there's
absolutely.
a lot of things that are interesting.
Yeah.
In my opinion, unless it's like, I don't know, I can't think of a class off the top of my head that's not interesting.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a basic point of that. But yeah, definitely, yeah, I think education is a good thing to kind of value, whereas most people might not, especially like at our age. But yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
It's
it's
good.
hard to look like at the bigger picture, I guess, sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's cool.
Yeah. No, I agree with
And I
you.
feel
Pat.
like,
oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, I just like one quick thing to add on to that. I feel like my mindset a lot of the times is super pessimistic, or like I really doubt myself or like doubt things a lot in the world. So sometimes I feel like I need to be positive with a lot of things just to like keep myself, inspired and like keep going. So that probably has a lot to do with it too.
I feel you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, I totally agree with you with the education thing. Cause I thought of that recently too. I'm like, like a lot of us are on different paths, and it could go totally different for me. Like I could totally drop out and like just go do the YouTube full time and whatever, or I could just work like just to make money. Like I could totally work more hours, but I'm choosing school, and even though I'm stressed the fuck out, I'm like really thankful for the opportunity, because not everyone has that opportunity.
Yeah, because some people do have to just work.
Yeah, they literally have to.
Yeah, they have to work.
Yeah,
but we're kind of privileged in that way.
Yeah,
and like sometimes we don't see it, but which is
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's normal, but yeah, we should definitely find ways to appreciate it.
Yeah,
it's just better in general.
Yeah, definitely. Like seeing different perspectives, it kind of put me in my place, and like, oh yeah, school is like, something I should really think of. Yeah,
that's good. But yeah, I guess what's something you're thankful for? That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I didn't really think of mine yet. One thing I'm also thankful for is something that Xander mentioned earlier, but K-pop. I know we talk about K-pop like every episode.
You guys will hear it
bro,
over and over again.
Yeah,
over and over again.
I was doing the timestamps for last episode today. It was just like how we got into K-pop again, how it impacted us again, and we're gonna talk about it again this episode.
Yeah.
But no, I'm really thankful for K-pop, because not only did it like change our perspective on music, but I think Xander and Pat, you guys didn't really get super into music before K-pop.
That's actually very true.
Yeah, like I didn't really.
It was like pop top 40 or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
just some Drake, some headlines, whatever. I remember one girl that Patrick was talking to was trying to get him into 1975 and some like EDM, some random shit, like a long time ago in high school. But no, like once Patrick got into K-pop and that kind of creeped into us, like we got into it too. We kind of have a like similar interest now, like another thing that we could relate to. And I'm really thankful you guys are a little more deeper into K-pop than I am, because I could look to you guys for like for influence and like what like recommendations. Like I'm usually just sticking to like BTS and Blackpink, Big Bang, just some like the big staples. But then I look to you guys, like you guys put me on like EXO and and TXT and ATEEZ and like all that other stuff. You show me some like deeper cuts, and like I just really appreciate that part, and it's something that we could all connect.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like K-pop is like, even though we talk about it a lot, it really
impacts you that bad.
It influenced us so hard. Like Pat's going to school for music because
that's a good thing too.
That's why he chose his major, because and like you said before, we weren't like too big, especially Pat. He wouldn't like. I didn't really see him like listen to music like through earphones at all, really. Yeah. Until he started listening to K-pop. Yeah, it was like weird seeing him like wear earphones, because it's like I don't see him normally. It's really cool. But what's the thing? Oh yeah, because since, especially with K-pop too, it's influenced like how we look at film shots and music videos too.
Oh yeah.
And I think
yeah,
that's where
definitely.
it kind of hits like you and Ryan,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where it influences you guys because you get inspiration from that.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
it definitely like pushes creativity, and
Mm-hmm.
it does portray a message, which is really cool.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. Besides music, well, yeah. I think because I don't want to continue about because we always talk about it.
Yeah, we do.
So yeah,
Yeah, I
love
feel
it.
you.
yeah, we love it so goddamn much.
We love
Yeah.
it.
But yeah, that's pretty much. But
What's something you're thankful for?
something I'm
Xander?
thankful for. That's
There we go.
interesting. Honestly, I'm thankful for like past friendships and relationships, which is
Yeah.
kind of what I wanted to talk about today too. It's
Oh, yeah.
like
Nice.
because even though it be like a friendship that I'm not too close to the person with anymore, I definitely like learned a lot. And well, even if I didn't learn as much from like a person like through experience, I just look at it as a happy experience.
Mhm.
Because sometimes when we think of like us not being friends with someone,
Mhm.
it's usually like, oh, it's kind of a sad thing.
Yeah.
But I kind of see it as something as like it was a good time.
Right.
Yeah, it was a good
Yeah.
point in time in my life. Like we enjoyed it at that time, but now it's like it's different now, which is fine.
Yeah.
And then it's still, yeah, I think that's where it connects like old friendships too. It's like we always can reminisce about the time, because usually with like my past friendships and everything, it's like I don't see them all the time, obviously,
Mhm.
but when I do, we definitely reminisce and just remember everything.
Yeah.
It's like not really leave off or pick up where we left off, but like we're still kind of like on that level where we left off.
Right.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I
you're
know
on
what you're
like
saying, yeah.
the same page, or like you know where to go. Reference
Yeah,
to.
and yeah, and then going back to like just updating each other on their lives, it's cool in that regard
Yeah.
too. Because even though we may not be close anymore, we get to see them be in certain points in their life.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. That sometimes I
Mhm.
would be like so surprised in,
Right.
but yeah, even it's surprising in a good way.
Yeah.
That I would like. That gets me more interested, and it could eventually just like respark like a connection there too.
Oh, yeah,
which is
definitely.
always great. Yeah, I'm always open to friendships.
Yeah, no, I
sure.
agree with that because like I wasn't really close to like Q and like James
Yeah.
like prior to this year. It's just because we just got kind of close just because we were just playing some Fortnite,
Yeah,
and now we like hang out
Yeah.
all the time. So,
yeah.
yeah, no, like you could definitely like no matter where you are, you know, you could like reconnect some way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's
Yeah,
why
for sure.
that's why we're so close to Aspen. Because first of all, we met Aspen through Pat,
right.
right, Pat? Because you introduced him to us through Xbox Live
In the middle school.
Yeah.
in middle school. Because
Dang.
yeah, I guess you want to talk about this, Pat? How like you went to school with him and everything, like your origins with Aspen and how you introduced him to us.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Origins.
Yeah,
Origins. Yeah, I mean, when I was younger, I just lived in Flagstaff, Arizona before, you know, I had any clue that I'd be moving to Northern California.
Mhm.
So yeah, I spent like a good portion of like my younger life, and yeah, I guess all the way till like the end of elementary there. And then yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting too because I was actually just thinking about this like probably last week. Brayden and I were not really that close like when we actually knew each other in person.
Oh, wow.
Like I always felt like there were friends he was closest or closer to
Oh yeah.
when we were younger, but I feel like it didn't affect me too much just because, you know, we were pretty young, and like when I
Yeah.
look back, you know, that's just kind of like the natural flow of things when you're younger.
Mhm.
But yeah, so I feel like at the point where I did move to California, he and I weren't, you know, like super close. I mean, we hung out and stuff, but at that point in my life, I feel like I didn't have a person I would say is my best friend, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But then, yeah, I mean, we just happened to. Honestly, I feel like our moms probably talked first,
Oh wow.
like on Facebook or something. So
Right.
I was able to get his number from his mom. Like I don't think because you know I probably didn't even have a phone or anything. So
Mhm.
yeah, literally it was just our parents. They were trying to chat first and like catch up,
Wow. Shout out to
wow.
Mom then.
and then after that, yeah, I mean, I messaged him somehow. I don't even remember, to be honest. And then I guess the timing was just right because I hadn't played Xbox or any kind of game like for a good amount of time until we all started to sort of get back into it. Yeah, and then I guess that was just good timing, and it kind of fell into place, and
That's very
I was able to just
That's very true.
be like, "Hey, this is Braden." He wasn't even Aspen yet, bro. He was just
Yeah.
waiting.
It wasn't.
He was very 1, 2, 3. Very 1, 2, 3. But yeah, because I remember that too. I remember because I didn't really play online video games until I met you guys. Because I was pretty clueless as a kid. Like I didn't know what multiplayer was.
Yeah, me too.
Like I would
Me
click
too,
on that
bro.
option. I'm like, what the hell is this? This is boring. I'm just gonna go. Because I didn't understand it.
Yeah,
but
no,
yeah,
I feel you.
You guys like definitely like introduced me to that aspect of like gaming too, and how it's like so much more fun with friends. That's when I realized it's like a lot better with friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I remember Pat was like, "Yeah, add me. My name is Feature Patrick."
Oh yeah,
I was like, "Feature Patrick, cool." And then like, I don't think at that time, I don't think I knew how to add people on my friends list. Because I think I might have like asked Pat how to do it, but I don't know. Because I remember I didn't really add anyone. Like, because I'd see because I would use my uncle's account too.
Mm-hmm.
You guys remember I'd use my
Oh yeah,
uncle's
that was so
account.
funny. Blacktop Warrior.
yeah, but
Yeah. So like, I'd play on his Xbox, and then I didn't really know how to add people until then, and then I found out through Pat, and then I found out about party chat. I was like, wow, we can talk to each other while playing games. That's awesome.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, and that's when I played, or I think we probably all had the one earphone.
oh yeah, yeah.
Xbox
Oh
mic.
gosh.
The
No.
shitty mic. But yeah,
Oh man.
it was
Yeah.
fine because it was amazing. Because like, yeah, I felt badass. I had the headset on. I was playing video games. It was a great time.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then
It
that's
was
how.
awesome.
Yeah, and then Pat introduced us to Aspen, and it was really cool because we've talked about it before, but basically we met someone through like online,
Yeah.
and then I don't think we realized it back then, but it's like that's something that didn't like obviously we know back then it doesn't happen or it didn't happen a lot, but like I don't think we realized how like little it happened back then too,
Yeah.
because it
Happens
Yeah,
all the
for
time
sure.
now.
yeah, it happens all the time now, but like back then it was just like it's like another friend
Yeah.
like we always played video games with.
Right.
Yeah. And then yeah, we had more friends we played with too, like through Aspen and you Pat, like other people you guys were friends with in Arizona.
Yeah,
but like
that was
Aspen,
crazy.
yeah, it was crazy. But it's like Aspen, he like I don't know, he's
just
like
been the
really
one that
connected
stuck
with us.
around.
He's like he stuck
for
around,
sure.
Yeah.
even despite because I remember there was a time probably in like sometime in high school where it was a long time between when we talked to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he would still play baseball too and everything. Like he had like school and like things to do.
Yeah. And he was
So-
start
Absolutely.
getting into music like seriously.
Yeah, so he was really like grinding out his life, and then we didn't talk to him for a while.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
we just reconnected, and he's here now. And then we ended up meeting him in real life just recently,
That was
earlier this
insane.
year. Yeah, it was insane. I wish you were there, Pat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we always tell
Bro,
you we wish
yeah,
you
that would
there.
have been great.
Yeah, but one
It's
day.
okay. It'll happen. It'll happen for
Yeah,
sure.
but one-
Yeah, we got plenty of time to enjoy.
But that I think meeting Aspen that's what I was like really appreciative of, like Pat, like you introducing us to him, because I didn't realize
Yeah,
how
it's so
like
cool.
strong of a friendship like we had with Aspen until we pulled
Oh,
up on
yeah.
him in the airport.
Oh my god. Yeah.
There's
Like,
a moment.
yeah. That moment was like we
I
were
bet.
just like because I felt bad because we kind of made him wait at
He
the
was
airport
waiting for, like, 2 hours.
because we were
Yeah.
in
'Cause we're still
traffic in
driving,
LA,
yeah.
and you're like, are you guys here yet? I'm like,
He's like,
no,
"I'm
we're
hungry.
like an
I'm
hour
hungry.
away.
I'm starving.
Oh,
Pick me up.
I was like, oh, I feel bad. But we all forgot about that. Like once we saw him, like we were just pulling up on like what do you call it? Just like where they like you pick people up. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was
Yeah,
just sitting
yeah.
there, and then we like roll down the window, Aspen. And he was like, "Oh yeah!" And it was such like a hype moment. And
It
that
was.
like the
Yo.
highlight of that trip for me.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah,
and
for
yeah, I
sure.
remember when
That's crazy.
when he got in the car and everything, I was like, holy.
Yeah, dude. Like it was like it went by so fast. It was like a flash, you know.
It was.
And
It
then
was
you're
like,
like,
so
damn, this
surreal.
man
Holy
is
shit,
huge.
yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
Dude, this guy is tall. I was like, oh my
Especially
god.
compared to me, man. At least like twice my height.
Yeah, and I remember. Yeah, he was like, I think Aspen told me one time. He was like, "Yeah, dude, when I saw Darren, he was hella short." I was like,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, I remember
He is.
telling him like on like Xbox Live like a long time ago, like, yeah, you're not ready for how short I am.
yeah, and he'd always be like,
Bro.
yeah, but it's fine. And then
Yeah.
he really was like,
Yeah.
yeah, he's just hella short. So yeah, he is. Now you
Oh
know.
my god.
Now you know. But yeah, that was an awesome moment. And then
Yeah.
while I was in the car, I was like, holy crap, this is real.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I know.
this all happened because we met him through Pat.
Yeah, exactly.
And everything, which is insane.
Yeah, and then like it didn't feel awkward at all like, throughout the whole trip.
Yeah,
we just
It's
like
definitely not.
we were just so close.
Yeah, because I would definitely, before we picked him up, like driving there, I was thinking, I was like, I wonder how this is gonna be. I wonder if it's gonna be like awkward, because like I wasn't like too focused on that. It was just in the back of my head.
Yeah,
because it's the first time meeting him and
Right.
everything. But pretty much, yeah. When we picked him up, it was just
man, I miss him.
there. It was
I miss you
wrapped.
too, Pat.
Yeah,
Bro, yeah, I miss you guys too. And Aspen. It's been a long time.
Right.
a long time. But that the one day where all the Avengers assemble, it will be a great.
Assemble.
Oh man, Super
Whoa.
M.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Super M.
Super M.
Yeah, when our Super M assembles,
Oh, it's gonna be a day.
it'll be a great day.
Yeah, it's
Man,
gonna be
can't
tight.
wait for that.
Yeah, I can't wait.
We'll
for
make it
that.
happen.
We'll make it happen.
For real.
But I guess we'll take a quick break right now because I gotta go pee. But we'll be back.
Got you.
Yay.
All right, guys, we're back, and yeah, while I was going to pee, I was talking about Star Wars, the Jedi Fallen Order.
You were talking about Star Wars from the bathroom with me.
Yeah, I was.
Yes.
I actually was.
Totally.
Guys. I was in the bathroom and I was talking to Darren.
Oh
about
man,
Star
that was
Wars.
a great conversation.
Yeah, it was. No, it's because like I finally got around to playing it, and I know Pat's playing it too.
Oh, yeah, Star Wars
And then-
Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, you were playing it too, and then
Mhm.
I kind of just it got to me, man. I was like, I have to get this game
Yeah.
because I keep
Yeah.
It
like
hits you.
hearing you talk about it. I keep seeing it,
Yeah, I
like
know.
kind of on Twitter too,
Right.
and then other people talk to me about it. I'm just like, oh man, this
Yeah,
is
no,
like-
I'm so
I'm
happy
just like,
you,
oh,
you both
man.
got it because like
Oh god,
I was so surprised like how good this game is.
it is. It's
Right,
a really
bro.
good game.
It's like really deep. Like that's what really surprised me too. Is just like how deep it is. There's a lot of like a side stuff and a lot of it's like a really deep mechanic wise. There's like a lot of stuff we'll touch on, but it's just really good. I
For
think it's
sure.
gonna be a maybe game of the year for me.
Yeah.
Bro, I can
yeah,
see that.
Think, well, I don't know. I'd have to look at games of the year for me. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely up there because like it's so fluid. Like,
Oh yeah,
Like
Yeah.
at least like
It's beautiful.
from what I can
Plenty of
tell,
levels.
it's very it flows really well, the combat system and everything.
Mhm.
Because like you feel so badass when you kill someone. There's always like
yeah.
some sort of animation that makes it look really cool.
yeah,
And then I like how it keeps like because you're fighting with a lightsaber,
hmm
and then realistically it's really OP.
it is.
And then, but at the same time, it's a video game, so it has to be some sort of challenge. But then I like how
Yeah.
they make the challenge through. It's like it's easy for you to die too,
Yeah,
and
it is.
then it's like the enemies that are harder to kill. It's like usually the enemies with the melee weapons and everything like that.
Yeah,
But even then, if you hit them, it'll take like a good amount. Of
yeah.
Like,
No, it
health.
fits the universe too, because like
It
because
does,
Star Wars
yeah.
has you know, like a really deep lore, so you could pull from like any character, and
Yeah.
yeah, that's an enemy type, you know.
Yeah.
Like what
Yeah.
droid? Some droid from
Oh.
Rogue One.
The security droid.
Yeah.
That goddamn that
Yeah.
thing
Oh,
was
yeah.
annoying. I was
Yeah, it
like, oh
was.
my gosh,
Yeah.
this thing is like killing me. I was like, what?
Yeah.
How?
No, touching back to the combat though, like how to explain the combat? It's like a slower thing than what we're used to from like a Star Wars thing.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
It's a little more it's like a light version of Dark Souls kind of. Like it's
Yeah.
slower, you have to parry, you have to actually think about, you know, what you're doing in a fight. Even like having like multiple enemies in one area is like really dangerous cuz they can all just gang up on you and
Even if
yeah.
they're all like just regular stormtroopers,
Yeah.
it gets pretty
Exactly.
Yeah.
yeah, no, I just love the combat like cuz it's so deep. You just really do have to think about what you're doing.
Yeah.
It also has it's something similar to like Sekiro. So there's like a stance bar. So you have a stance bar and the enemies have stance bars. So, so the way to break it is to parry. Say you're just holding block, it won't break their stance bar, and you just keep hitting you.
Okay.
And then your stance bar will go down. So in Sekiro, it's
I
all
see.
about parrying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to really time your parries, and that's how you like break the stance. And I really like that because you have to actually think about what you're doing.
You have to
just,
recognize like
dodge.
patterns. And stuff
Yeah,
like
recognize
that.
patterns,
which is really
yeah.
fun. Yeah, I
Yeah.
really like that too.
Yeah,
Yeah, because parrying, it just feels really good.
it does.
It feels like very rewarding.
Yeah, it has like
Because-
a sound effect. He's like, bing. And
Yeah, it's really cool. And then, there's like an animation for that
Exactly.
too. And
Yeah.
then once you parry them, it's like over.
Yeah.
So it's really fun. Even like dodging, it's really cool because there's like certain mechanics with dodging.
You have to dodge on some enemies.
Yeah,
so,
on like certain attacks they have. And then you even like force abilities too, Because of
Yeah.
course that's something that realistically would be OP, but in like how they put it in the game, it's like you can't just keep using it,
Yeah,
which is really good, and it makes sense too. It's
it does. Yeah.
yeah, and it's really fun. Those abilities get pretty crazy too.
Oh yeah.
I think it's really cool what they did.
Yeah. No, it's cool because it's like another tool. They made it more like a tool than instead of like being like an OP
Oh yeah,
thing.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's just like a way to break their stance bar.
Yeah, that's because I've noticed I don't use it as much as I would expect.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah, which is a good
Same,
thing
to be
because I
honest.
wouldn't really want to necessarily.
Right.
'Cause I want to slice them up.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Slice them up.
But yeah, how do you feel about your gameplay, Pat? What have you noticed while you're playing?
Yeah, I guess I've probably played the least amount, right, out of everyone. Is that true?
Just by a bit. You're
yeah,
like barely
just by like an
behind us.
hour or two.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. Yeah, gameplay wise, definitely I liked how impressive Unreal Engine 4 is on this type of game.
Mhm.
Since I guess this is probably the first time Unreal Engine's been used, right, for this style of kind of
For EA
methodical,
games. Yeah.
methodical combat type game.
That too,
I think. Yeah, I think
That too, yeah.
in that genre.
So it was just kind of nice to see it translate into how everything flows, like Xander said. Notoriously, like a lot of these games and the engine they have, honestly, like there's a lot of times where physics and the way things work are just super wonky, especially Dark
yeah.
Souls.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say it necessarily disregards or like degrades the experience, but it's just overall a nicer experience just because of how, you know, well smoothed out everything is gameplay wise. I guess another gameplay mechanic that's not really super important, but is one that, you know, obviously you guys know why I like it so much, is, you know, customization of your
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
everything,
That's
basically,
really cool.
especially the lightsaber.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that's just something, especially as Star Wars fans, people are just going to be so obsessed about because it's really putting you in the game, like really immersing you.
Yeah.
And it's honestly something that none of those other games that are, you know, somewhat similar, none of them have that. You know, you can get different weapons and have different loadouts and whatever, but you can't go into that depth and get into the lore on the same level. And I feel like that was a good way to kind of like differentiate themselves from, you know, other titles that are similar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
that's very true. Because the last Star Wars game we had similar to this was like Force Unleashed.
Yeah.
But even then, I
Right,
think you
yeah.
could only customize like your lightsaber, if I remember.
Yeah,
like
the color.
The color.
That's
Yeah,
it.
sorry.
Oh, just the color.
Yeah.
I think the color and maybe your outfit. I don't remember. It's been a long time. But yeah, even then, it's like a lot different from Force Unleashed because Force Unleashed, I remember, it was very much like you go in and you like start slicing. Like, it was very much more aggressive gameplay.
Yeah.
But this one's a lot cooler
It's a
because
lot
like
methodical.
yeah.
A lot more methodical.
yeah, and like we said, like the mechanics of the game are really cool. Especially when you're like running on a wall, you can like
Yeah, that's
block,
one
like
thing I want
block
to touch
like
on
a
too,
blaster like bullet too. It's like
Yeah,
I find that really
dude.
cool. I'm like,
dude.
oh man,
Yeah,
I
that's
am
so
a Jedi.
satisfying, yeah.
Yeah, because it makes you
I
feel.
am a
Yeah, it makes you
Jedi.
feel like a Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's really cool about it. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, before we touch on that thing you mentioned, the platforming, I did want to go back to the lightsaber thing because, like, of course they have to put like lightsaber customization. It's a Star Wars game. Like, this is like the first time since the Force Unleashed where they're making a game where you feel like a Jedi.
Yeah.
So of course they had to put like, you know.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, that too. And then you get there's other customization aspects like your outfit, color.
Oh yeah, in the skill tree too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the skill tree. Yeah, that's
It's really deep.
cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks deep. At least like because like I guess you don't really see it until you get to a certain point and it unlocks more.
Yeah,
but
yeah, you
can
can kind
see
of
it's huge.
hints. Yeah, it's like there's a
huge.
whole like
it's huge.
Yeah,
And then the skills that you have, it's really cool. It's like it's not just like increasing health or increasing like your force abilities. It's
Yeah.
like you get like new moves. You get to
you really
use.
feel progression. Like
Yeah, you
at the start of the game, like you don't have that many like force abilities and stuff.
Yeah.
And like move sets.
Yeah.
So yeah, you do feel weak, but like as you're progressing through the game, you do feel like slowly like more powerful.
Yeah,
like,
which
I really
was-
like
yeah.
that
And it makes sense with like the
with the story.
the story
Yeah,
behind it. But yeah, talk about the story too. I find it really cool
it is. Yeah.
because like I really like seeing how I love seeing like the old like Republic ships.
Yeah,
I love seeing that, and
we
you see
saw the
all like
separatist
the
ship too.
yeah, and I was like, oh my god, this is insane.
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah,
I've
the
told you guys
time.
before, like even though the prequels were like objectively bad in people's opinion, those are my favorite. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, episode 3, man.
Yeah,
yeah,
we just grew up on it.
Yeah, I like, but even then, I was thinking before, it's like, I don't like, if I grew up with like the original trilogy, I think I'd probably still like the prequels more. Yeah, because I think for me, well, first of all, it looked really cool, and then second of all, I think it kind of like hinted to like there's a lot more going on in that world. It
expanded the lore like immensely.
It did, which is like that's where it does well.
Yeah,
which is really good because you have the clone thing, and then you already see that getting expanded on through like
the Jedi Order.
Yeah, and the Jedi, which is really cool because I feel like if you just look at the original trilogy, and then it was Jedi Order, it'd kind of be like the dwarves in Skyrim, you know?
Yeah,
and they're like a myth, and it's like you really want to know about them, but like you can't because it's not like they don't make anything about it. But I think that's really cool too, just seeing like what was looked at as a myth in that trilogy, like you get to really see what it looked like.
Yeah, and they connected it really well. Like they all died off, so that's why it's a myth in the original trilogy.
Yeah, it makes sense, and it's really cool how they do it, and they kind of do it too in Mandalorian too. We've talked about it before, and they've talked about how that whole Jedi concept is a myth, but they even show it in this game too. Yeah, which is really cool. I think that's really cool and everything, because even though the game takes place like not even that long, like 5 years, I think, right after.
I think so.
Yeah, like 5 years after the Order 66 happened.
Yeah, and
it's really cool how you see how the like kind of like
the transition period.
The transition period. How because in the beginning you see he's working on like scrapping ships, like old ships, and it's really cool seeing that. Yeah, you see that, and not even just the ships, you see like vehicles too. I don't know, I'm just nerding out about it at this point.
Stuff from the Clone Wars.
Stuff from the Clone Wars, because you don't really see like that transition period, you don't really see much of it, which is what I think is really cool, right? And you even throughout when you play it too, there's hints towards like little Easter eggs from the Clone Wars too, which is really cool.
Hints towards the original trilogy as well.
And that too as well. I really appreciate it.
I think it was really smart of them to put it in that time period, because that time period of the Star Wars timeline doesn't really get explored that much. But it was really smart, because you see the transition period, and you play as a Jedi, one of the last living Jedi, so you kind of see how that affects the world, because there's like a couple lines like, oh, this kid's thinking of the Clone Wars still, he thinks we're still in the Clone Wars, or then when you meet some other characters from the Star Wars lore, there's this one line where like he had like Cal, the main character, he pulls out his lightsaber, so he's like, you stole that off a body? Like, no, I'm like an actual Jedi, like my master gave it to me. He didn't believe him at first.
Which is really cool.
And like you see the start of the rebellion as well, so I'm like, it's a really like, it really does transition. It's like a point of transition for both trilogies, pretty much.
And it's perfect in this perspective too. It's really cool.
It is
that perspective too.
Right.
Because I remember, I think, because in Force Unleashed, it was like, because it was set in the original trilogy era, right?
It was like right before it.
Yeah, but it was still like it was pretty much there. Right. So it didn't really cover like the lore outside of it. Which is really cool, and you could tell like that's what Star Wars we know, like with Mandalorian and everything, they're exploring lore outside of it. Which is this is how you market towards the Star Wars fans that you have.
That's how you make like side content. You just have to expand it.
And that's how you know you're gonna make your money off, because there's a lot of lore you can create, and then like since they before they started the sequel, they made all the expanded universe like not canon anymore. So it was like, while it was a clean slate, at the same time they were able to build off of that and everything.
Exactly.
Which is really cool. And then now they're expanding, and now they're taking over again. They're bringing Star Wars back.
Yeah, they are. It was good timing. Because it's coming out right before the new movie. It comes out right next to Mandalorian. It's like a perfect time to be a Star Wars fan.
It is, really.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. What about you, Pat? You ready for it?
Yeah, bro, I'm super ready. I definitely need to find a way to watch Mandalorian. at some point.
Oh, yeah, I think we
Hey
told
man,
him
just
too.
take my account.
I think we told him last episode too. It's like,
Yeah, but you know,
No, I
I'm
feel you.
definitely glad that this is all, you know, coming to fans who have been here a
Mhm.
long time, and it's still approachable by, you know, new people too. So
It is.
I think it's like a perfect blend of giving everybody what they want, and I'm just glad that they're doing justice for Lucasfilms. Like, they're not just, I mean, honestly, they are kind of milking it, but at the same time, they're doing it to their best ability. You know, they're
Yeah.
putting in as much passion as they can. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people just really appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's finally paying off because they probably been they started on this game like a couple of years ago,
yeah.
and same thing with the Mandalorian. So we finally get the fruits of their labor. It doesn't feel like a rush thing. It's like an actual thing they crafted.
Yeah, which is good because it also makes up for how people didn't like the original prequels.
Mm-hmm.
So like it makes up for, I guess, what they lost.
It also makes up for the Battlefront.
Oh yeah, that too. Oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah,
yeah. That's another thing.
yeah,
yeah, we don't talk about that.
yeah. That's why.
Yeah, but it's good. I think and it stays true to Star Wars too.
It does.
Because I think that's where like Battlefront fell off. Besides this whole controversial loot box bullshit,
Yeah.
that's like that should have been a controversy in the first place. But whatever.
It was really bad though. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, because just playing that game didn't feel true to what like we felt was Star Wars. Because even though it was like they tried making it like
a shooter.
Yeah, it wasn't. One, it wasn't really like the original Battlefront we remember.
Yeah.
And then two, yeah, I guess how it worked, like how the game is not like you earn your things, and how I guess that's where the controversy on loot boxes was like a thing.
Yeah, it got real bad.
Yeah, I mean, like, even though it was like it fit the Star Wars universe, like they had all the character models and all the music, it's just there's a disconnect because it's gamified.
Yeah,
but now,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but now you have a single player game where you play as a Jedi and it's actually expanding the lore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people prefer that more.
And I think that's where like you would make the most out of Star Wars too. It's like, of course we want to see more of that world, but I think rather than like just, like literally seeing it through like a game,
and rehashing it,
I think what people really look for is just an expansion of the lore. Yeah, which is how all the games that have been successful. That's how they became successful. So, yeah, that's why I'm really thankful for Jedi Fallen Order.
Yes, man, I'm so thankful.
But yeah, I've been having.
You know what? I don't know why, but did you guys ever play the Jedi Academy games?
No, I did not.
Or like, did you?
Yeah,
bro, it makes me think back.
Pat, I think I talked to you about it in like 6th grade or something.
Yeah, no, definitely, because that's when I started playing it. But like, it throws me back to that time so much.
It does,
and I honestly really hope that someday another one can be made.
Oh man,
like it would just be so cool. Oh my gosh, yo!
That and Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh yeah,
like the RPG.
Oh
that would be great too.
My gosh,
that'd be crazy.
Bro.
Like think about because. Think how good that would look too.
Oh yeah,
especially nowadays. Oh my god,
it'd be so deep as well, like deeper than Fallen Order.
Yeah, it would be because that's completely like on the other side too of the universe. Because normally when we see like Jedi and everything, it's like it's kind of that typical Jedi path. Like it has to do with something with like how they're like the last Jedi and or not last Jedi, but like one of the few remaining Jedi. Mm-hmm. Or they're like you play as Luke Skywalker or something like that, or you're like a Jedi in the Clone Wars or something. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's like a whole different thing about the Star Wars lore. Yeah, which is really cool. Maybe they'll do it one day, but like you said, Pat, they definitely milk this stuff, so it probably would.
Yeah,
take a while
it has a good likelihood.
Yeah,
I mean, but it'll take a while. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean it seems like Fallen Order is being received pretty well. So we're definitely going to see a sequel.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
We'll probably see a sequel, and maybe they'll expand to more games like that.
Yeah.
Maybe, bro, that'd be awesome.
They would learn this time, just make those games.
Exactly.
Instead of Battlefront. I still appreciate Battlefront, but it's like I think I appreciate these games more.
Yeah, I agree.
No, absolutely.
Battlefront, it was kind of like they made it like a Call of Duty type game. It's like you play online, and it's like it's cool and everything, but I want more story if it's gonna be Star Wars. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Even that
you want the vibe.
Yeah, I want that vibe. I want to be immersed in this world because that's why I'm here.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to be a
yeah.
Jedi.
Did my camera die? Oh man. Well, what else are you guys thankful for?
What am I thankful for? I'm thankful for our stuff. I think our camera just died, so
Should we take a break?
I think we'll fix it real quick. We'll be back, guys.
Got you. Sounds good. See you soon. Haha.
Okay, I'm recording.
Hey.
I was like, crap.
All right.
Oh, welcome back from the break.
Sorry, guys. We almost broke. We actually almost broke our
I'm
camera.
pretty sure my camera is gonna die soon.
It'll probably
Like,
break
forever.
midway through our continuation of this. But yeah. Anyways, we wanted to go on talk about gaming in general, since we're talking about Fallen Order
Yeah,
and everything
yeah.
about that. We just kind of want to expand it to gaming in general.
I am thankful for gaming.
I am thankful for gaming as well. But why are you thankful for gaming, Darren? Huh?
Well, when we were talking about like things we're thankful for, I did want to thank gaming because I always think of this like gaming is really important to me because it got me closer to you guys and the rest of our friends.
Yeah.
I was thinking when we were talking about like how we met Aspen, I was like, how did I get close to you guys? It was actually through Xbox Live Party Chat as well. Yeah, because like I mean I didn't really have classes with you guys in middle school. So like 6th grade, I didn't really have like really close friends. The only close friend I had was like halfway through 6th grade. It was John Nolan. Shout out to John if you're watching this. Yeah, we would play Halo and all that stuff.
Oh, Halo.
Yeah. And then I think he was the one that introduced me to like Danny Oye McInday and then you guys. I was like, oh yeah, Future Patrick. He's like, who's Future Patrick? And you're like, oh yeah, he goes to our school. And then I finally met Xander formally in 7th grade when we actually had classes together. Oh, and Patrick too. Yeah, I think we had art. Was it art?
I don't even remember.
Yeah,
I think we had
did
art
have
together
art.
in 7th grade. That was like the first time I met you guys. Like actually met you guys.
Oh, you might have met Pat in art. I think no, Darren. I met you in 6th grade because I remember it.
Okay,
I met.
Yeah.
Want me to tell the story?
go ahead.
Okay.
Maybe I don't remember it then. That's why.
I very much remember it.
Okay. Probably hell embarrassing.
It was because I think we did meet before 7th grade. I know that for a fact.
Okay.
Because you met Pat. I think through me actually.
Probably.
Because me and Pat had the cooking class. Remember Pat?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We had cooking
yeah,
class.
I think
That's
that
where I
was
met you. But then we found out we had PE. So and then that we already knew each other a bit more.
Exactly.
In 6th grade.
Yeah.
And then I think I met you probably. It was through someone else too.
It had to be.
It had to have been someone, but the whole thing I remember is you're like, it's me, DJ Dupe. You referred to himself as his like gamer tag. I'm like,
Oh my
DJ
god!
Dude.
So it really was like gaming that like
No, it
Loki
was,
brought.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but like I didn't know, and it's funny because we had our science class together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had our science class together,
hmm
and then
Oh yeah.
yeah, I remember that. And this is when you were taller than me too. And then guys, he was taller than me. Believe it or
Yeah,
not.
it's hard to believe.
It was. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, and then I remember the one moment I remember is because there was like the snack bar we had in middle school.
Oh yeah.
And then after that class, it was lunchtime, and for some reason, Darren looked at me and he ran towards the snack bar, and I was like, okay, I'll run too. So we like raced each other there.
Such a fat ass. Holy shit.
I don't know why. It was
Yo,
like a
so
funny.
It was like a challenge to me for like how fast we would get
Right.
there. I don't even think I got anything there. I just remember us running there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember meeting.
Oh my god! I actually
like
don't
that.
remember any of that.
Yeah, I remember meeting you like that, and it was definitely through gaming because you told me you're DJ Dupe, so it was like
That's insane, honestly.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how you and Pat met.
Yo.
Yeah. I mean, it was probably.
Oh, I remember.
You remember? Okay. Go ahead.
We never even met in person at the beginning, dude. I totally remember. I was super awkward at first because I think Xander was the one who kind of introduced us, but it was just on Xbox Live. So he was like, "Oh yeah, this is my friend Darren, DJ Dupe," and then I was like, "Oh hi," and they were like, "Let's play games together," and then
Play games together.
it was like kind of quiet at first, but that's
Aw.
just kind of how it is sometimes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because I remember even when me and you met Pat, I remember it vividly too. We were in cooking class, and then we were seated alphabetically, and then like we had to be next to each other.
BNC. Yeah.
And then this is when I just came to AC2, so I was like,
It was me too. Yeah.
I was like very uncomfortable, and then I remember Pat just turned to me. He's like, "What's your name?" I was like, "What was that?"
That's such a Pat thing.
Yeah, all right, then.
He's so
like,
friendly.
Yeah, yeah. It was like so.
That's
like,
so funny.
It was like so like
Aw.
formal and everything. Yeah, and then we got closer.
So what's your name?
Yeah, we mainly got closer through cooking class.
Man, you guys are putting me in the feels, dude.
Yeah.
So deep.
Yeah, and after that, I don't even remember if I had a class with you, Darren, honestly.
Yeah, no, I think the first class was a PE in 7th grade.
Yeah, P in 7th grade.
Michael Betty Flores.
Oh my gosh.
Michael Betty
Oh my gosh, those memories.
Oh my god.
But yeah, other than that, it was we mainly just talked through video games.
Yeah, it was just through like Xbox Live. We probably played like Call of Duty first, or maybe Halo Reach, maybe.
I think
Something
it
like
had
that.
to have been either one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. And then I think because Pat would too. This is when he was big in Call of Duty too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
that's crazy,
it's
yo.
crazy. Like now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, man, how did we really get close to a game? It's just like
Yeah, if we were
That's
just,
insane.
If we just picked another hobby as a
yeah,
kid, we
dude,
wouldn't
like
be
oh
here.
my god.
I know.
That's
bro.
insane.
I just like art. Or
Yeah,
something
dude,
like
my
that.
life would have been so different.
Yeah.
Or all our lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing in
Yeah.
the end.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
mean,
I agree.
yeah, gaming brought me closer to pretty much everyone in my life, honestly, not just you guys, but Ryan. I mean, I kind of knew Ryan through like high school and middle school. Like, you know, he's like a really friendly guy, so of course, like I kind of knew of him and talked to him
Mm-hmm.
and kind of shared like some similar interest.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it wasn't really until like Destiny,
Mm-hmm.
till we were like really got like super close with me and Ryan.
Oh man, because
Yeah,
we saw
like-
everyone's true colors. In
Yeah.
Because some people would get mad.
Oh man,
Lol.
I just got what you're saying.
Not to name any
man.
names, but
Yeah, but
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's like, you know, playing like trials all the time. And I got closer to Mark through and his brother through Destiny. Got closer to James through Destiny, and now Fortnite. Same with Q. Didn't really talk to him until Fortnite.
Yeah.
And Aspen as well. I mean, I wouldn't have met him without Pat and through gaming. Yeah, no, gaming's. I always think of gaming like how important it is to me because of that, because of the relationships you could forge just from playing online.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
that's definitely
honestly,
true.
so unique.
But yeah, I think same thing for me for gaming, but also it's just so damn fun. Like
It
if I
really
think
is.
about it, I don't really have any other hobbies other than gaming,
Yeah,
which is
No, I
sounds
feel you.
bad.
no, I feel you.
But like yeah,
Oh.
it's like that's like my main hobby, and I kind of think it's like if video games were taken from me, what the hell would I do?
Exactly.
thought-
Yeah, no.
Honestly,
Because when I think about it, like some people like watch movies as hobbies. I don't even watch movies like that either. And it's like I don't
Yeah, same.
really find any other things I would consider like a hobby.
yeah,
anything
or
like
like
that.
interest, like
Yeah, so it was
Yeah.
very fun. It kept me interested in life.
yeah, definitely.
So- Yeah, so that helped me a lot. It was the stress reliever
Mhm.
in life.
Yeah,
But it's really fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
especially now too,
yeah,
it's still
online, Yeah,
which is crazy. That's
Yeah.
why
it is. Yeah,
gaming probably will always be in our lives.
yeah,
Which
I
is
mean,
cool.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's pretty likely.
yeah. No, I could see how like gaming could like fall off for some people,
Yeah.
but like for me,
Yeah.
it doesn't really feel that way. I mean, like I don't play as often, because you know live, but you know I always look forward to like, oh yeah, I'm done with my homework, so now I can play some video games.
Yeah.
You know, or you know, coming home from work trying to play some Call of Duty.
Oh
and
man,
all
but
that,
yeah.
you know?
But do you guys remember like? You guys remember there'd be time like a new game would drop like in middle school. It was like,
Oh, man.
like when you get home,
Yeah,
it's just like
exactly.
run
It's
upstairs
so
Yeah,
to
exciting.
like
exactly.
to, like your PlayStation or something,
Or
and
your
just charge it up.
or your Joey Chavry and just skip school and
Oh,
play some
yeah,
Call of
do it
Duty.
like that.
Bro.
Yeah, that was like his tradition,
I
man.
was-
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Really cool.
No, I would even skip school like to play.
Oh no,
Honestly,
definitely.
yeah.
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 I remember skipping school. I won't say how long or when I skipped school, but I definitely skipped school for gaming.
Fuck that! I do it still now. I still skip school to play games.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't skip now. I just skip school because I don't want to go and I'm too tired.
Yeah, actually, it's more like for sleeping.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's cool. Gaming is a big thing in our lives.
Yeah, I don't think it'll ever fall off for me, honestly.
Yeah, even if it does fall off for me, it's the same thing. I look back on,
Happy moment.
it's another happy moment.
Yeah.
It's a good time
Absolutely.
in life. I don't
It's a
really
jolly
look
old
at
For
it.
sure.
Yeah, it is a jolly old time. Yeah, I don't look at it
Jolly
as
old
a bad thing necessarily,
Yeah.
even though like there
Yeah,
are
for
times
sure.
when I look like an addict, but
Right.
it's okay.
No.
Addictions can be good.
Said.
Yeah.
Video games.
That's the words of an addict.
Hey, they
Sometimes it's good.
research shows it enhances motor skills, if you will.
Yeah, video games do, yeah.
Hand-eye coordination, problem solving.
Yeah,
I don't
there's
know about
also
problem solving, but
you know, research on video game addiction
yeah,
and gaming disorder.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
okay because we all have some sort of disorder.
Yes.
Yeah, honestly.
Whatever you're trying to say is
no, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But yeah,
Well,
it was-
I know what you mean,
Is
though.
there
Like,
anything
honestly,
else? Oh, go ahead.
even though people consider it, I don't know, like there's always that stigma of like playing too many games or like, you know, like you're too addicted to it or whatever. But honestly, sometimes like there's just so much negative stuff around you in actual life. Like I feel like real life sometimes is just kind of overrated. Honestly, like there's so many things that can just bring you down
Oh
in the
my
world.
God, you're right.
There's
dude.
so
I'm just
many
gonna-
things that can bring you down in the world all
Yeah.
the time, bro. Like I feel that sensation all the time.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go. Like there's
Yeah,
always
same.
people like that, or
Yeah.
you know, some things just going on, and it's like, you know, you can turn to gaming realistically at this point. Like we're lucky enough to be able to turn to gaming pretty much anytime we need to.
hmm
So, you know, I never take it for granted, and I hope it doesn't fall off for me ever. And like, you know, I always envision myself like building a crazy custom gaming PC, like when I
Oh, yeah.
have the money for it.
Yeah.
So like when I think of those things, I'm like, why would I want gaming to fall off? Like I can take it to another level, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, that's
And-
very true.
Yeah. Or you know,
Yeah,
you could
no,
just-
it's just life is just overrated. That's my conclusion.
That's the
Yeah.
quote of the year, man. Life is overrated.
Life is overrated.
I'm just gonna build a Tron thing and just live in Tron world,
Oh my
That
god,
was perfect.
I love that.
or just
actually.
put on that VR headset, do some
Never
Black
take it
Mirror
off.
shit.
Never
oh,
take it
man,
off.
just gonna stay there.
Never take it off.
Never take out the VR.
I got Skyrim VR, Doom
so
VR. I got so many worlds I could explore.
Yeah, but
Well,
I think
then
it's,
you can play the VR Half-Life that's coming out.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that looks
The
dope,
VR
dude.
I can't believe that. I was like, really?
Yeah, it looks dope.
You're gonna make
I'm
that,
so
not,
sad,
but not
bro.
make another one?
Oh yeah. No, Valve's not like that, man. They like to
no,
push it. Yeah.
But it's okay. I understand. I never
It's
even played
dope.
the Half-Life, so it's like I'm not missing out on much, honestly.
Same here.
So
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, I think even if it does fall off, it's a good thing to look at and how how innovative it can be. Because
yeah,
it
appreciate
can be
that.
more like
Yeah.
cinematic too,
Oh yeah.
which is cool.
Yeah, nowadays especially. Yeah.
Yeah, more cinematic. There's more. It looks a lot better.
hmm
Like they're getting actors
It's
for
looking
video games
crazy.
now,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Stranding.
Motion capture.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is
Ooh.
crazy.
Yeah. There's,
Because like
serious
back then
stories.
it would just be like Mario.
Yeah,
or something like
exactly.
that.
Yeah.
But now you're getting like
Some pixels.
like A-list actors that are being part of video games. Which,
Exactly.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
which proves something that
Yeah. No, it's maturing
Yeah,
for sure.
bro.
Yeah.
I'm so glad it's finally time, because I feel like a lot of people disconnect gaming from all other pieces of media. They're like, oh, that's not like a film. Who cares about games? That's for kids
Exactly.
or something like that, you know? It's like, no, bro. Stop living 30 years in the past. Like,
Yeah, man. These games have good stories. Have you not
yeah,
played the
bro,
Call of Duty Modern
sometimes-
Warfare 2?
Oh man.
Sometimes movies are way worse than games these
Oh,
days,
yeah.
like the way they're produced.
man.
You know,
Exactly.
you can't be roasting games so hard. It needs to be taken seriously.
It does.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Death Stranding, man. That's art. That's
Yeah,
art right
bro.
there.
And if anything, games are, you know, better than just like sitting at a screen and just watching. At least you're actually interacting,
Mhm.
Exactly.
you know, with the product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really immersive in that
It's
way.
an interactive movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
some video games
so-
are just interactive movies, which is cool.
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, gaming is fun.
Is there anything else you guys are thankful for?
Nope, that's about
No,
it. I don't
there's
like
so-
anything else.
Oh,
I am
oh,
thankful for.
oh. I
What
think
were
I
you
have
saying?
one more.
Well,
Oh,
what's your one more?
Shoe replicas.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
man,
Gotta talk about
okay.
that.
All right, let's talk about how you're thankful for shoe replicas.
Yeah, so this is literally the newest thing in my life. This is the newest chapter of being frugal in college.
I mean, you're not being frugal in college. You're just broke, okay? That's like college. You just say you're broke in college. No one's really frugal. If you're frugal in college, you're privileged at this point. Like, what? You can't afford to be frugal in college. Most people can't.
You're right.
I don't think we can. Like, we're just broke. But yeah, sorry, not to shit on your comments.
Damn, dude.
Yeah,
Just
No, you're
continue.
good. That was
You
funny.
just shit on
Sorry,
fucking
that was
Patrick
funny.
like that.
Sorry,
Damn.
continue.
I'm gonna call the
No, that
hero
was really
hotline.
funny.
All right, it's shoe replicas. How does it save you money?
I mean, actually, now that I think about it, it probably doesn't save you money because then you're more
Inclined.
inclined to want to cop.
Right. That's true.
So yeah, you need to be aware of that very line right there. Like, yes, you can save money, but you don't have to buy a shoe every week. Like, get a shoe every couple months or something.
Right.
Then you'll be saving money. But yeah, no, it's just such an interesting concept. Like, if I want a shoe, I feel like I should just have the right to enjoy that shoe, right? Like, I don't want to have to be paying hella money for it. So I feel like if you look at it from that viewpoint, like, I guess at this point in my life, I'm just trying to enjoy things as much as I can as they come. Like, I feel like I want to realize that as early as I can in life, so that when I'm older, I don't have to feel any regret about like trying to be too down on myself, and time is just passing faster and faster day by day, and you just kind of like sulk too much, and you're not taking in everything you could.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I feel like I didn't know I was gonna go that deep just because of shoe
You
replicas.
went so deep
Yeah, you
about
did.
shoe replicas.
But that it's like it's building onto the bigger picture. You feel me? Like, this is just one thing on top of another. Like, it goes back to when I was talking about education.
Yes.
You know, it's just
You
like
connected
taking in-
you're connecting shoe replicas with education.
Oh my
Bro.
god. That's such a
Bro,
Patrick thing.
it's no,
No, it's okay. I'm
no,
sorry.
chill.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I know, for real.
I'm
though.
sorry. Like, I
just
mean this, like,
I just
in a good
mean
way.
it like in the biggest scale possible. You know, like,
Yeah.
we only have so much time to enjoy things, and I'm not someone who's like a crazy partier or like someone who like lives that YOLO life. You know,
Right.
so I feel like it's pretty important for me to find things that make life really enjoyable
That's true.
while still fitting my personality. You know, like still being me.
That's a really good way of looking at it, honestly.
Yeah.
That's
I
cool.
think I understand what you're saying. I guess. Sorry, no, it's just like
Oh, yeah, I'm
I get what
sorry.
you're saying. It was just like you made so many connections that I would expect, but it makes sense.
Yeah, sorry. That was like hella rude of us to like cut you off like that and like just make fun of you.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
No, it was in a good way. As funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was ready for him to be like, yeah, shoe replicas are important because they stop global warming or something like that. I thought you were gonna say something like
Oh,
out loud
God.
just like that too. But yeah, no, I get what you mean.
Global warming.
It's yeah,
Yeah.
I can see how because I guess it is like very fulfilling. Is that what you feel? Is that kind of because it's like the thing like it's a shoe that that can easily be made. That's like with most things that are expensive nowadays.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah,
things
yeah,
can
for
be
sure.
like when they're made, it's very cheap, but then they're just
They saw
retailed at like
Yeah.
plus like 1,000%
Right.
than what they're
Yeah,
actually
exactly.
like how they're produced and everything.
Right.
And most of it is just like for a brand or something, like not just shoes or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I can see how that's very fulfilling in that aspect because even though it's not the legit thing, it sometimes you just like it because it looks cool.
Yeah.
And then you don't
It
want
doesn't
to pay
matter.
Yeah, like
you don't want to pay that like
it's
$1,000.
It's legit to you. You know, it's not
legit
even.
to you.
I mean, I understand like a lot of people who buy replicas can also be seen, or it's true that they're trying to flex on other people.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you're coming from like a good heart about it, and like it's just something you have a passion about, and you just want to like show it off through yourself, and it's not really for anybody else.
Right.
I feel like that's the best way to go about buying that kind of stuff. You know,
Mhm.
like just enjoy it for what it is, and like what you want it to do for you in your own life.
Yeah, because like the thing that that I guess would stop it from being quote unquote legit to some people is like very superficial.
Yeah.
It's like
I mean, yeah.
sometimes, man, if you look at some of the like the replicas, they're like
Sometimes better.
sometimes better. Sometimes you don't notice like a flaw.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
So like, because even then, it's like only like you would know too.
Yeah. Exactly.
So like, really, if you feel anything, and just like be internal.
Yeah.
Like that kind of conflict of it being legit or whatnot, but that's a you thing. So it's like if you don't care,
that's definitely an internal problem I felt. Literally, like the first day. It feels so weird. It's the weirdest feeling, especially because like the first day for my first pair of reps, I was on a college campus, bro.
Oh man.
Yeah, and you expect.
So I was like, oh no.
Yeah, you're just conscious about it.
Yeah, people like already they pay attention to like sound and stuff like that. So it's easy. But yeah.
But then again, like on Reddit, I've heard more people are aware of that kind of stuff in high school apparently, and college is better.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, that makes sense though, because like high school, it's like it's high school.
Yeah,
you're gonna care about your image like a lot more.
Yeah.
Than when you're college. Like now, I go to school. I don't like. I really don't like.
I don't give a shit.
I don't like. I put on sweats and a t-shirt. I'm out. Like I'm not. I don't try.
Yeah.
Darren's like I don't care.
I mean, I care like in some way. Like I care more than I did in high school. Like in high school, I just wore like sweats and like whatever.
Yeah.
Now he just wears sweats and like
sometimes pants
and whatever.
Yeah.
Sometimes pants.
Sometimes actual jeans.
That was hilarious.
But no, I care a little bit more. But yeah, no, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you're gonna have to get some Sean Weatherspoons, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, Pat's trying to put me on some reps, but yeah, no, I feel that same way too. Like yeah. Go ahead. Sorry. No, I feel that same way too. Like the conscious thing, the internal like conflict, like, oh, these are fake, so it's not the real thing. Someone gonna notice, someone gonna call me out, blah 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 blah. But no, I mean, it's a good way of how you're thinking of it, is like it's like a gratifying thing for yourself.
Yeah, it's for you.
Yeah,
it's not for other people.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not like a flex type of thing. It's just more
and then
like,
even when you are flexing, that says something about you too.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah. If that's all you care about.
Yeah, if that's all you care about. That says something about you too.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, for real.
So yeah, that's cool. That's interesting that you
it's a good way to look at it.
Reps as much as education.
Bro, yeah, as long as it's something that fulfills your life. I think that's like an okay comparison.
Yeah, Pat just loves everything about life.
That's like a really he said life was overrated just a couple minutes ago.
Life is overrated.
Sorry, you said
I love
what?
my replicas.
Oh, yeah, exactly, bro. If life's overrated, you got to find things to like distract yourself from that thought.
That's true.
Like I feel like K-pop's a good venue for that too. Like I think it helps me escape life a lot too. Honestly,
yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, no, going back to the K-pop thing.
Yeah, but no, yeah, like you said, it's like it helps you escape from, especially for us as Americans too, because it's a different kind of music.
Yeah,
so you're gonna have a different kind of like cultural like context it's in.
Right.
So yeah, like while it is like at the same, because music is an escape for a lot of like most people.
Yeah,
because it's universal.
Right.
It's an escape just because it's music, but it's also an escape because it's like it's a new culture. It gets
that's true.
Dive into. So yeah, that's really cool. That's another aspect. I think we haven't talked about that yet for K-pop at this point. I don't think we have.
Definitely not. We haven't.
Hopefully not.
Oh yeah, maybe we should touch on it.
Yeah, bro, we could definitely touch if you want to. It's all up to you.
No, I did want to add that, like, again, I'm thankful that you guys found K-pop, because it's something you guys are passionate about, like really passionate about. And I mean, Patrick made a whole channel about it. Xander, you're pretty much a K-pop idol now.
Minus the idol part. Yes.
But no, it's like something that you guys are passionate about. It's like another interest. Yeah, because I'm happy for you guys.
Yeah, that's like, even if it's like not K-pop, like just looking at you guys and seeing your guys' passions, seeing that you're passionate about something that's like healthy. That's really cool. That's what I'm proud of you guys for that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
and that's why I'm like happy you guys joined us on this podcast. Like,
what are you laughing at?
We're in the dojo. Oh no, I was like crying.
You were crying, not laughing.
I was getting sentimental. Yeah.
I was like that the whole episode, man.
Oh yeah, Darren was crying the whole episode.
Yeah. Oh.
But no, I'm thankful for you guys that joined us. That you guys joined me in this creative endeavor, because it's something that's keeping me sane.
Yeah,
bro.
I think it's keeping all of us
I feel like we need to set like a goal to like at least do 100 videos of Dojo.
100 videos. That's easy.
Man,
that's easy.
It's 100 weeks.
That's 100 weeks.
Bro,
That's like
it's
2
doable.
years.
It is doable. It's like
That's like
2
years.
Yeah. It's 2 years.
It's 2 years.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very
Maybe
doable.
in 2 years you guys will see us, but you guys won't see us in the same room. Maybe it'll be like how Pat's in Colorado.
Oh,
Darren
yeah.
will be
Yeah.
in
It's
like
gonna be remote.
yeah, we'll be in like the North Pole. I'll be in like I'll be somewhere.
And Ryan will be in prison. It's gonna be a great time.
Oh, what
No,
the?
I'm just kidding.
What are you talking about? He's white. He's never gonna be in
Oh, that's
prison. But
Oh,
just
Maybe
kidding.
for a month.
A month.
oh yeah,
It'll be
only for a month.
yeah. Yeah, but yeah, maybe you guys will see us. Yeah, so I guess that's cool. Yeah, we'll have a goal. We'll set a goal, guys. We'll hit. 100
All right, here we can make it.
videos.
You want to make it 50 then?
50, no,
or
we're
is
going to
it
100 videos. We're going to 100
All right,
videos,
all right.
guys. We'll see you in our
Because
100th
he talked about
video.
jail, and I was like, oh man,
What do you think?
No,
We're actually going to go to jail?
none of us are going to jail.
You would actually go to jail?
I'm playing.
I mean, I hope
I'm
not.
just kidding.
Oh man.
This
Me
is how
too,
Pat
dog.
sees
I don't know
us.
if anyone
Yeah.
Carson.
No, I don't
Let's go
see y'all
pushing
like
it.
that. Don't worry.
We'll not talk about that. But yeah, this is how Patrick views us. He thinks
Oh,
one of
God.
us is going to go to jail.
No, I don't think that at
Wow.
all. I don't think that at all. I just think that you should get Sean Weatherspoons.
Yes, we should.
Yeah, but yeah, goal, guys. We'll hit 100 videos, and
Yeah,
we'll
I guess
Yeah, that sounds good.
still talk about
And,
K-pop.
and hopefully we have a new camera by then.
Oh, no, this camera will probably
Oh my
God, pushing it to its
be
limits,
broken.
man.
Yeah, shut up.
I've had that camera for 7 years, maybe 6.
Yo,
Seven-
you've got your
6 or
money's
7
worth for sure.
years.
you
Yeah,
can imagine
definitely. Yeah, I mean it's cracked and yeah,
that. Oh, it is cracked. I didn't realize. I remember that. Yeah,
yeah. I was so
but yeah,
upset when that happened.
it's okay. We'll make it 100 videos with the same old stuff. It'll be
Same
awesome.
setup, same room, same camera
Yeah. So
for the
yeah,
one time.
it was a jolly old time once again,
It
guys.
was a jolly old time,
but
I'm thankful for you guys.
yeah, thank you guys for listening
Always.
again.
Yeah, and thankful for the audience.
Thank
Thank
you
you for supporting
for the
us.
support. supporters.
Yeah. Any last
Yeah.
remarks from you guys? Or
I was about to say something.
Life is overrated.
life is overrated?
That's the quote of the year.
Yeah. That's Pat's quote of the year.
And reps are as
And
important
reps are
as
as important as education and everything.
I'm gonna tell the botters that.
Yeah.
Yo, that's fine.
Yeah, fuck
Okay.
the botters.
Yeah. But yeah.
One of my paranoises.
Yeah. Still part. Yeah.
Why
This
is
is
it
this
so
is
bad?
the day after the Paranoid tragedy.
Yeah,
but
I'm still scarred.
yeah, but it's okay. We'll just we'll
Bye,
We'll
Rebels.
take what life gives us, right, Pat? What did you say?
'Cause
Look
life
at
is
things in an optimistic way. So
Yeah, optimistic way, and then you could be like, "Oh wow, what do you know? The reps came out already."
oh
Hey, there you go.
what
There
do
you go.
know? What do you know? Reps or education? I'll just pick reps.
Oh man.
No, you can have both. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm being like totally like absolute right now. It's either one or the other. But yeah, it
It's a
was a
good-
fun time, guys.
Yeah,
We'll
jolly
see
old
you
time.
guys in our 100th video. But thank you for watching. So
Someday
Bye-bye.
we shall.